Thank you everyone. Thanks Sharon for joining in person as well. This is the pre-match ISL conference for our second match of the season, East Bengal versus Sporting Club Delhi. Now we have Shayan joining us from IFF, and we have questions coming in from Footy India as well as Times of India. Coach, first question for you. This is from Tchórz from Times of India. What were your learnings from the game in Bangalore, and how do you plan to adapt for East Bengal?
The takeaway after the game against Bengaluru is that players can see that we can compete with every side in the league. It was a good game in terms of performance, a little bit worse game in terms of the result. We were unlucky in this moment when we conceded the goal. Also at the end of the game, we wanted desperately to draw the game, and we went full for 1v1, and it happened that it was 0-2. But from the perspective of the performance, it was a good game. We can continue building the team based on concepts we presented, and we are waiting for the game against East Bengal to continue that, but with the better result.
Thank you, Coach. Manoj जी, आपके लिए अगला क्वेश्चन तनुज लखीना की तरफ से टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया से। तो स्पोर्टिंग क्लब दिल्ली आईएसएल का भी यंगेस्ट क्लब है, न्यूएस्ट क्लब। नाउ यंगेस्ट क्लब होने के नाते इसके साथ प्रेशर आता है, या फिर आप एक अपॉर्चुनिटी की तरह देखते हो कि इसको और बड़ा करने के लिए?
हाँ, यंग प्लेयर के लिए तो बहुत अच्छा ये चांस मिल रहा है इधर खेलने के लिए, लेकिन जो हम लोग को चांस मिल रहा है तो वो प्रूव करना है अभी, क्योंकि लास्ट मैच भी हम लोग अच्छा किया, 2 चांस मिला बहुत अच्छा। अगर वो हम लोग को गोल होता तो रिजल्ट मतलब कुछ और हो जाता। तो हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे इस बेंगल मैच में अच्छा रिजल्ट करने के लिए। हम लोग बहुत अच्छा हार्डवर्क कर रहे हैं, तो हम लोग 100% देगा नेक्स्ट मैच में, एंड जीतने के लिए हम लोग ग्राउंड पे जाएंगे।
And you have any question?
Yes, so we can. I have one question for Coach.
Can you introduce?
Hi, Coach. Shayan from IFF. Firstly, I think well played in the first game, as we are discussing also. What were the key takeaways for the first game, according to you, was because team considered goal in a very important juncture before the half time. Was that a factor? The second half again it reflected, and he scored and considered goal again in the last few 9 minutes of the match. So, do you think last 5 minutes of every half would be very, very important for next game, considering East Bengal's present form?
Yes, of course. I think that we have to take care of that, how to compete in this injury time, because in many games we see a lot of goals. Sometimes the team maybe is already in the halftime resting. We put a lot of energy during the game, and maybe sometimes we lack focus. So it's something that definitely we have to look at. We'll be trying to improve that. We will give some challenge to players also ahead of the next game, that in this period of time we have to be more solid. But I cannot blame our team for these goals, because especially the second goal happened after the counter, in which we were having very good moment, and we had to attack, and we had to have a offensive mentality because we wanted to draw this game. But of course, in future we have to, as I said, be more solid in injury time, and we cannot concede goals in this moment, and we have to try to score goals in this moment.
Totally agreed, Coach. The next question to you would be how you did East Bengal as an opponent, the way they have started the first match. They won against 3-0 against Northeast United, the current Tour Cup champions, and with full strength squad. I think one or two players missing, more or less all the team members available for East Bengal. How do you rate East Bengal as an opponent?
For sure, East Bengal is one of the strongest sides in the league. They have a lot of experienced local players plus very good foreign players. They have very experienced coach who not only been in India successful but also in Asia. He's a coach with a lot of tactical concepts, new ideas, modern, hardworking person. So I think their training process is also at the highest level. But it's only excitement for us to compete against a strong side again, like we had a game against Bengaluru. Now we have a game against East Bengal, because as for our team, full of young players is opportunity to grow and opportunity to compare ourselves to the best teams in the country. Even I said that they are a good side. We are very confident. We are training to win, and we are going to Kolkata with the mentality of getting 3 points.
Okay. My last question to Manoj. Manoj, ये मैच आप लोग के लिए काफी इंटरेस्टिंग मैच है एंड अगर मैं उस जब आप हैदराबाद के लिए खेलते थे you scored a very important goal against East Bengal. Maybe याद है because East Bengal fans always share that video. You dashed their hopes by winning 3 गेम वो जीतने वाले थे आपका गोल वो रोक दिया था. तो आपको कैसा लग रहा है प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट ईस्ट बंगाल बिकॉज़ आप बिकॉज़ हम लोग जब एज एन जर्नलिस्ट जब ट्रैवल करते हैं आप देखते हैं कि कोई मैच में आप लोग 100% से ज्यादा दे देते हो. ईस्ट बंगाल क्या ऐसे ही कुछ ओपोनेंट है आपके लिए?
जी मेरा तो एक्स टीम है ईस्ट बंगाल, तो मेरे को अच्छा लगा वो गोल मार के. तो मैं नहीं, अगर कोई भी गोल मार सकता है टीम में, हमारी टीम जीतने मतलब जीतेगा तो बहुत वही इंपॉर्टेंट है, जितना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हम लोग के लिए. तो हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे मैच जीतने के लिए. तो यही है. थैंक यू सो मच.
We have 2 more questions from Shyam from India. Coach, this is for you. In the last game, we saw Delhi show some really positive moments, especially in transitions, but they couldn't convert that into a result. Do you feel that partly because of the squad's youth, and do you expect the team to show more consistency across the full 90 minutes as the season progresses?
Yes, of course, we had good chances that we should have finished. Hopefully in the next game we'll be more successful converting chances, and hopefully we will have also more chances, because the more chances you have, it's a highest probability that you finish at least 1 or 2 and you win the game. You know, it's not about being young or more experienced. It's a game situation is different always from one to the other. And sometimes you have a little bit of more focus, sometimes accuracy, sometimes the luck. But I think players are able to finish them, and they will show it for sure in the next game.
Thank you, Coach. One last question from Shyam again. 𝐼𝐸 seemed to be in some discomfort when he came off in the last game. Was it just cramp, or is there a chance he could be unavailable for the upcoming match?
So 𝐼𝐸 is ready to go to Kolkata. He's training with the team. It's a good sign for us that he was not injured by this very dangerous tackle. The opponent, of course, didn't want to hurt him, but I think people who manage the game have to be more responsible to protect players. Especially 𝐼𝐸 is a young talent with huge potential and can be very productive for Indian football in future. And as a system, we have to protect this kind of players, because their game is based on dribbling, 1v1 competition, and there will be a lot of tackles. But if opponents will have in mind that for unfair tackle they can get a card, they will be also more careful for the health of the opponent. So, but yeah, this is the history. He's healthy, ready to play, and will help us in the game.
Thank you, Coach. And with that, that's it for the. And we have some questions.
मनोज, हमने भी बात की है जैसे आप खेल चुके हो पहले बंगाल में और गोल भी मार चुके हो उनके अगेंस्ट. तो ऑब्वियसली बंगाल फुटबॉल के बारे में थोड़ा अगर बता सकते हो, वहाँ पर खेलना कैसा रहता है फॉर अ प्लेयर, अगर आप अवे टीम से भी हो, वहाँ का एटमॉस्फेयर कैसे डिफरेंट रहता है बाकी जगहों से इंडिया में?
वो लोग मतलब कोलकाता फैंस लोग बहुत फुटबॉल लाइक करता है वो लोग, तो वो लोग बहुत सपोर्टर आएगा तो हम लोग को भी अच्छा लगेगा, क्योंकि हम लोग सपोर्टर अच्छा आएगा तो हम लोग के लिए और अच्छा लगता है. तो हम लोग ये मैच जीतने के लिए बहुत कोशिश करेगा, क्योंकि मैं उधर खेला सोलहवीं में बहुत मैच खेला, पहले भी 3 मैच डर्बी खेला उधर मोहन बागान अगेंस्ट में. तो यही है.
और जब आप अवे टीम की तरफ से भी आते हो, अच्छा परफॉर्म करते हो और गोल भी करते हो उनकी टीम के अगेंस्ट, तो कोलकाता का क्राउड और मीडिया क्या अप्रिशिएट करता है उस चीज को, वो कैसा लगता है?
बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
Coach, just a few questions for you. Firstly, a huge amount of ISL debuts for us in our first outing. Obviously, you showed a lot of trust in the young players as well and putting these players out there. So, given that fact, I think more than 50% of our team was making their ISL debut. So, first time playing at this level, given that fact, how do you think the players responded, and what was your thought about that specific part?
Yeah, I'm very happy that they are debuting, and the most important is they have a debut not because we don't have players, but because they deserve to play. So it's something that they earned through their careers. We're very happy to support them in this journey. It's very important to give opportunities. And there is a sentence that every talent needs a platform to grow, and we are very happy that we are this kind of the platform for them. We expect them to have a beautiful career, achieve a lot in football in India, outside India for national team, and just we have to be a supportive part for them that they can fulfill their dreams.
And just coach, how was the atmosphere in the dressing room? Like obviously we spoke that we had a decent outing, we had a few chances of our own as well, and big chances, not just half chances. And the goals that we conceded also weren't something like a big defensive lapse. It was more that we were on the counter and we conceded while we were pushing to get a goal of our own. So given that fact, and given that it's a young team, a lot of players got their debut, what's the atmosphere in the dressing room been like after the game?
You know, it's normal that after the game, if you don't win, it's a little bit of disappointment. So it was visible. It also shows that players given their best full, and if they are disappointed, it also shows that we were very close to get some points against very good team. Also, if you watch the game in TV, you can see how happy some of the players from the opponent were after they finally scored a goal. So it shows that despite their huge experience in Indian football, they were desperately trying to do it. Okay, unfortunately for us, they did it. But their happiness and our disappointment also show something, and it shows that we were very competitive side against very good team. So despite the result, there are a lot of positive elements after this game.
And could just finally, East Bengal looks more of a goal-scoring threat than they have in the recent years so far, given what we've seen in the Super Cup and also in the first game of the ISL. How do you think their team is set up differently as compared to a couple of seasons in the past?
You can see that after Coach Prusen came to the team, he started organizing the structure from the new perspective, and he needed some time for doing that, but at the end of the day it starts paying off, and the team looks well organized tactically. Also players they sign, structures they have, it's visible that they did huge progress. So I'm very happy for them also because I know personally the coach, I know some players, I worked with some players before. I think they are doing very well, and it's only positive for all of us to have such a strong competitor.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you everyone. That was our second pre-match ISL press conference before our away match against East Bengal. And thank you Shayan for coming in and for all the journalists who sent in their questions. Thank you coach, thank you Manoj, and all the best for the upcoming game.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.